Garry, first of all, if we can look back at the 2-2 draw with Celtic, said to some of the players and Terry afterwards, it's kind of really an understatement to leave Celtic Park quite gutted, but it just shows how well you're playing this season.
Yeah, I think if you look at the start of the game, before you go down to Celtic Park, I think you're happy with a point or coming away with a point. But the way we performed last Saturday and the way we started the season, I think, especially how the game sort of turned out last week, we were disappointed in the change rooms afterwards. And that's a good sign to where we've come from last year to progressing to this year. It just proves how far we have come.
Still, you got a point, and I think the other positive is the unbeaten run continues ahead of this weekend's home game with Hearts.
Yeah, it's important to keep a run going and to keep building on what we've already done and what we've already set out. Like you said, it's an unbeaten run. We didn't lose a game. We've got our last game now coming into a little mini break. So it's important for us now to kick on and get 3 points against Hearts, and that'll take us to 13 points out of 15, which for any team in any league is an unbelievable start, and that's what we're aiming to do again this Saturday.
Hearts were the team in the headlines over the summer due to their off-field problems. This season, although they've started on -15, they've picked up a few points. What are you expecting from them this weekend?
I think looking at the reports and looking at the video clips from them, you know they're going to be a young, energetic side, but so are we. We look at our team, the way we play our football is full of energy, full of enthusiasm, and it'd be similar to them, but they've got to come here. So another long journey for them. They've had a midweek game, so for us it's important that we start the game brightly like we have done the last 4 games. But yeah, looking at them, they're going to be a young, energetic side, but for us, our point of view, we have to start the game bright and take the game to them.
In one way for them, it could be the biggest test of the season because they're facing such an informed side, but in another way for you, it's a kind of different test from last week against Celtic. You're facing a kind of side who are really fighting for their lives.
Yeah, you say they're fighting for their lives, but they're only fighting for their lives because of it's been taken out of their hands. I mean, the players that they've got down there, it shows they've got some good players, because I think if you take away their points that they're on minus points, they'd be, I think, sitting 4th in the league. So it proves they're a good side and a capable side of causing an upset. They've done that last week. They've done that in a few games already early on in the season. So we won't take anything for granted this Saturday. We just have to make sure that we perform and we're at our best, like we do every single week. Every one of us, from not even just the 11, but the guys in the stands as well, and the subs, all have played their part so far in the season, and it's important that we stay together and do that kind of thing this Saturday.
When you look at the first 4 games of the season, a few of the new guys have said that they haven't really been surprised at how well the club have started the season, because they've got to know you guys over pre-season as well. I suppose it's no surprise to you because you've just really carried on from last season.
Yes, I think it's important that the side from last year is the mainstay really for this year. I mean, we've added new faces and quality new faces to the side. I think the side that we've got at the moment, only 2 are starting, but those guys that have come in have really improved our side, and it's like I said, we've got an abundance of energy and enthusiasm, and those guys have brought that with them. Guys like James Vincent, Dean Brill, they played back down in England, so they know what the game's about. They've been there for a while, and for them to come up here and to slot straight in, it's been a credit to them and a credit they've started the season. But like I said, the guys that make up the bench as well, they've come up looking fit, looking strong, and they're eager to prove themselves and to try and get a place in the side as well.
And for you as well, I mean, it's pretty much the same back 4 as last season. It must be great to have that kind of understanding between yourself, David, and Josh.
Yeah, I think that's helped. Massively from last year. I think having the 4 of us that know each other's games, and I think we've improved from last year, and that's down to probably having the season that we did last year, and to getting to know the league and how it's played, and to be able to have the same sort of back 4 as start the season off has been helpful for us.
And just final, this hand injury that you've got obviously doesn't stop you playing, and you'll be giving your all against Hearts on Saturday.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's coming along nicely now. It's just one of those injuries you get, part and parcel of the game, I suppose. So you just get on with it, just carry on through. Yeah.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for your time.